Yo, got to get into this video by your son, man. They say Ayesha Curry is out here again, man, embarrassing stuff all over again. And why? I don't know. Let's get into the video, man, and see what's going on.
What's poppin', y'all? Somebody who I wouldn't say I can't stand, but just always seems to have the wrong thing to say, and we're always wondering, why are people putting a microphone in front of her face? You know how they say, like, yo, you need to snatch a microphone from dudes? They need to snatch a microphone from some of these wives, because in this case, it's Ayesha Curry who just springs back up again, being married to one of the greatest NBA players of all time, the greatest shooter of all time, and I'm gonna play you guys the clip, and we're gonna break this down little by little.
4 kids. Did you always knew you wanted a big family?
No. So I didn't want kids. I didn't want to get married. I thought I was going to be career girl and that's it. And I had my eyes set on my goals. And I was never the little girl that like dreamt about the wedding dress and all of that. And then it happened so early in my life. So it's like, it's one of those things like you don't know what you actually don't know what you want.
It's so hard also to be the woman in a situation where you're like, men just don't get as much scrutiny. Like they can maybe tell him like your shots suck tonight, but like the looks and all of that is just like not a factor of conversation as much.
No.
Did you talk to Steph about it? Like, or did you kind of keep it within yourself so it didn't?
I do not have a bone in my body that can keep anything to myself. So if it comes to mind, it's coming out. And he's so gracious. Like he tries to resonate with me, but he just can't. And he also comes from a place of like, it's effing stupid. Like, it's not true. So why? And I'm like, but wait, like, listen to how it makes me feel. And he's like, but why does it make you feel like that? It's not real.
So the first thing that someone did.
All right. So, I mean, I hear what Ayesha Curry saying, but this the whole thing about it. Like, the interviewer asked her the question. You know what I'm saying? I don't think she intentionally said what she said. And this is how people got to start looking at Ayesha Curry, man. It's like, she's speaking from her perspective. I didn't live her life. Maybe she did come up not wanting kids. Maybe she do feel these certain ways. I just think when she speak, people just look at her like, she a married woman, she shouldn't be saying that. Like, you can't do that, though. If you not in her shoes, if you didn't live her life, if you not seeing things how she see things, she just speaking how she see it. I don't think she trying to embarrass stuff or do it on purpose. And I know a lot of stuff she say sound crazy. It sound crazy as hell. But think about it. She's not the only woman that I know that said that they didn't want kids. Hell, most women I know that said they didn't want kids, they got the most kids. Shit, I don't know. They got all of them running around. You know what I'm saying? They got all the little kids running around and everything. But they done said before that they didn't want kids. So if that's how they felt, or if that was their perspective, or if they planned on doing something else down the line and thought their life was going to be different, who am I to tell them, no, I didn't live their life. That was their life. Ayesha Curry is saying, this was my life. My husband don't get it. I mean, like, because see, this is what people get to saying, the money and all that, man, let me tell you something. You get used to all that. She's used to that. She ain't said shit. I ain't heard her complain about no money. None of that. That ain't the problem. The problem is that when she came into Steph's life and she didn't think Steph was going to be who he was, and probably didn't think Steph was going to get as big as he got, she met him. They was level. It's a level. once you blow past that, like a long time ago, she probably just sat back and fell in love. Like, hey, he done blew past me. I ain't get a chance to do what I wanted to do. And I think that's just how she feel. So when she acts, she speak on it. But she don't like to speak a lot now because she get condemned so much. But you got to put yourself in her shoes.
Did is they quoted it and said, what career? She's talking like she had Michelle Obama potential. LOL, she's a high school grad and was a failed actress. I will say this because a lot of people are going in on her and saying that she kind of regretted her decision. But no, in the beginning, she clearly says that she's like, oh, I never wanted kids. I never wanted this. And then she says, you don't know what you want. So she is saying like, I didn't think I wanted any of these things. I think I wanted a completely different path for myself. But when this happened, and it happened suddenly, well, she doesn't say that she really enjoyed it, but she's like, oh, now I know that this is what I wanted. And that's probably all the grace I'm going to be able to give her. So now we're going to move into the next section where we got to grill her for this.
After we got married, we found out we were pregnant with our daughters so quickly. I didn't even have time to think about what I wanted anymore. It's so interesting. I spent my entire life like trying to work towards something, and then it kind of just disappeared, and I didn't think twice about it. But after my daughter turned 1, I remember there being a shift and being like, I have goals for myself. Like, this doesn't feel right. I love being a mom, but I love doing other things too. And I need to get my shit together and figure out what that looks like for myself now.
All right, so basically, Steph, he's still doing his thing in the league and all that. He got still, more grinding, and he got goals and other stuff that he probably want to achieve and things that he probably want to do. Ayesha feel like she couldn't dive in none of the lanes that she wanted to dive into or do what she wanted to do because she had to be the mom. She had to be the wife. She had to get married. She feel like it came at her all early, fast, and this is how she's seeing it through her eyes. Everybody on the outside looking in like, oh, you got all the money in the world. It shouldn't be no problems, man. I ain't gonna lie. A lot of times, money don't fix problems. A lot of times, money make the problem worse. Now, money could get you some help. That's why she say she in therapy and all that. But at the same time, people got to start looking at her like she's speaking from her. Like she said, but y'all wanted her to come on there and be fake and just, oh, I'm great, I'm fine, and I love my husband and I love my life, and that ain't her truth. Like, so she not gonna never see. And I'm not saying she don't love Steph and her kids. She do, but at the same time, she just saying that she also wanted other stuff to be a part of her life, and it ain't because she had to fill these other roles.
If I have a career and I'm not home, like did you experience that?
I still experience that. I still experience that. I'm always in therapy talking about this. If you lose all of those things that were interesting about you, even for yourself, like even the things that made me feel confident and cool, then what are you doing?
There's a problem here because some people will say like, she's just allowed to feel this way. Being allowed to feel a certain way and vocalizing that feeling. And then there's levels. So the next level is vocalizing that feeling. And then the next level is vocalizing that feeling on a public platform. And then the next level is vocalizing that feeling on a public platform that is able to hurt people. And who is she hurting? She's hurting her kids. And this is the problem with an Ayesha Curry that I don't know why she doesn't understand this. Maybe Steph Curry didn't enlighten her on this. But whenever something comes out of your mouth on a public platform, you should consider, how is this going to not only be misinterpreted, because that's what people are trying to do, but how can this be harmful to people around me? So if she's talking to her husband, or she's talking to her friends, or she's even talking to her family members, and she's saying, man, being a mom is so difficult, like I wish I never had kids, something like that, that's okay. Like you're allowed to feel that way. You're allowed to feel that stress at times. And maybe she may feel like that at that moment. But when you go on a...
Now, I ain't hear her say she wish she didn't ever had kids. I heard her say she didn't think that she was going to have kids. You know, so see the word in that perspective, and it's a lot of things, you know, it's a total difference, man. But like I said, she just spilling her guts out on her truth.
Public platform, and you say this, and this is going to live online forever. Imagine how you feel as her kids growing up, and your mom is saying, oh, she never wanted you, she just wanted a career, and you were an accident because you had the kids so quickly. I don't know if they consider that an accident or whatever, but think about how much pain you would feel as a kid. And I know there are probably some of y'all that were accidents, and maybe you didn't know your father, but your mom never made you feel like you were an accident. So maybe it wasn't until you grew up and you were like, damn, like, hell, I wasn't supposed to be here. But imagine you find a clip and your mom's like, yeah, you know, I messed up, man, it was so terrible. And this is where I have to go in on Ayesha Curry. It's like, why are you doing this? You're only causing harm. And this is so self-centered. And also, we got to keep in mind that there are women that have what she claims that she wanted, which is the career. And they actually have a successful career. And many of them would wish to be in her position. So there are many women that are forced to be in a career, forced to raise children on their own. Maybe they're widowed. Maybe their husband, ex-husband, whatever, baby daddy went to prison, which some people will say, well, that's a crazy selection if he was likely to go to prison, but that's neither here nor there. So there are a bunch of women that are saying, well, we have careers and we are successful at careers, but we feel like we're in this career position and we're forced to be here. Like we don't have the option. And if they had a husband like Steph that she from her own mouth says is so gracious and is so patient and is so every single positive quality, and he is willing to take care of everything and allow her to explore whatever nonsense she wants to explore, whether it be some cooking show that she had or hopping on this random podcast or being able to give her opinions on a public.
The thing about it is, man, Steph Curry can't fix this problem. You see what I'm saying? It's nothing he can do to fix it. And the reason why it's nothing he can do to fix it is because he can't go back in time. You know what I'm saying? Put it to you like this, right? The only way Steph Curry would be able to fix this problem is if he could go back in time and meet her at a later time. You see what I'm saying? It was early for them. They got together too early. Ayesha Curry trying to hit Bourbon Street, lift her shirt up and grab some big. You know what I'm saying? Like, she trying to get loose, but she felt like she didn't ever have a time to get loose. She just feel like she don't get, like I said, yeah. She take a vacation. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. Even when you spending time with your partner, sometimes you get bored with your partner. And that's when it set in and you get to thinking like all this other stuff you could do. Ask guys, females be thinking like, all right, we finna go chill with the guy. A whole bunch of times we going to do that because we tired of being around. And it's not that we tired of you. We love you to death, but at the same time, we got to go do other stuff just to, you know, clear your mind, get a peace. Like, you can't be up under somebody every single day, 24/7, like your whole life, and she can't skate, she can't like get away, she can't do nothing. You see what I'm saying? If Ayesha Curry go on vacation with her girlfriends and they just have a girl vacation or whatever, and she's twerking on a guy or something, everybody will go crazy on her because she married to Steph Curry. These same women, though, know like that's my brother girlfriend, and like I'm his sister, but she on the girls trip and she twerking on these other dudes, and probably wouldn't even tell her brother nothing, and be cheering on, yeah, girl, do it. You see what I'm saying? Since she had a different life. She had a different lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? That's like when Will Smith say he cheated on Jada, don't nobody hear it. But when Jada said what she said about August and said, I just wanted to feel good, nobody understood what she was saying. She said it clear as day. I just wanted to feel good. You see what I'm saying? Ayesha, she want to feel good in a different type of way. Money can't fix that. The kids can't fix that. Steph can't fix that. Because all that time, because they got together so early, it's gone from her now. And she can't even talk without y'all going crazy on her, let alone have a girls' night where she twerking and acting a fool and all that. No. There ain't nothing she could do. You see what I'm saying? She stuck, and it ain't nothing Steph could do. It is what it is.
Platform, a lot of women who are forced to be in careers because they don't have another option would say, F this career, I'm going and doing that. Because not only is it just going and chilling and being taken care of, but they don't have the stress and pressure of trying to survive, so they can explore whatever it is that they want. And that's the opportunity that Ayesha Curry has. Like, she has the ability to have nannies, babysitters, etc. She can produce something if she wanted to, but she hasn't. Nothing of value, if you want to call it that. And then you've got actual people, which I want to circle back to Michelle Obama, because people give credit to Savannah James, people will give credit to other ladies, but Michelle Obama is somebody that was of the same pedigree as Barack Obama. Michelle Obama, she was, didn't she go to Princeton? She went to Princeton Law School or something like that from O Block. She was from one of the worst neighborhoods in Chicago. And I think people don't focus too much on Michelle Obama because they just don't find her to be
O Block, bang, bang. Yeah, Michelle Obama, definitely from O Block.
Like traditionally attractive or whatever the case may be, but she's still married to Barack Obama. She took the second role. She never had the feeling of like, yo, I need to go out. There were a couple of sentences from a podcast that Michelle Obama did where people tried to contort it to say, like, oh, this makes Barack Obama look bad. But let's keep it a buck. Of all these decades that they've been together, Michelle Obama has held it down, and she didn't feel the need that she was in competition with her husband, nor was she trying to get attention or even try to flex. Now, Michelle Obama did ruin school lunches for all of us. Like, we can't forgive her for that, but you know, you live and you learn. She ruined school lunches. It is what it is. But I'm not going to take away the fact that Michelle Obama was not somebody that had this ego, and she was not hijacked in her goals. Like Ayesha Curry is hijacked in her goals. She's probably scrolling TikTok because she's got nothing better to do. And then she sees these career women and they look like boss babes, or she's watching some television show, some Netflix series, and she's like, wow, that could have been me. No, it could not have been you. And especially considering she won the lottery with like having a man as just as filthy rich as Steph. Like, you don't have to worry about anything in life. And it's not like there are some that won the lottery, quote unquote, maybe with an NFL player or something, but they're getting hands, feet, knees, and toes put on them, elbows. So that's an unfortunate situation, like the Zach Stacy situation, for instance, or even like, what was it? Yeah, I can't name the other guy off the top of my head, and I'm not going to try to. This is just a case of someone that's being so self-centered because she didn't have anything to give up. So, but even if she had something to give up and she did give it up, why would she be saying that on a public platform? It's just such a high level of disrespect. And this is the difference between like respect and love. I feel like, of course, Ayesha Curry, I think she loves Steph Curry, but I don't think she respects Steph Curry, because if you respect somebody, you're not going to talk about them in a way that you know. And in the past, it's happened. She's like, yeah, I feel like I don't get enough attention from dudes. And the other ladies were looking at her like, wait, what do you mean by that? It's like, what do you mean by that? You're trying to compete with these young girls when you're married and you got multiple kids? Like, what are you doing? Like, what is she? She pushing 40 right now? How old is Ayesha Curry? Man, I need to look this up. She's still out here. This is crazy. Dog, Ayesha Curry is 36 years old talking about she doesn't get enough. And she had a show on the Food Network. Like, you did have a quote unquote career. She had a cookbook. She's always on TV. Like, come on, man. And we've never heard Steph even scoff at her. We've never seen a photo of Steph seeming like he didn't want to be around her. Like, Steph is obsessed with this woman. I guess the only thing you can say from this is at least she didn't embarrass him to the degree that Larsa Pippen did with Scottie Pippen. But hey, there's still time for that. Let's not jinx that. Actually, we should jinx that outcome. We do not want that outcome for Steph. We love Steph here. We all love Steph. Who hates Steph? But yeah, I feel like I'm going to get on a tangent. I feel like my blood's boiling right now. I got to record some other stuff. This is absolutely ridiculous. Like, somebody never let Ayesha Curry on a podcast.
Here's the thing, though. So if Ayesha Curry wasn't saying the things that she was saying, what would y'all want her to say? She's being real. Don't y'all say y'all like when people be real? Is she being too real? Y'all say y'all love when people keep it real, but she keeping it real. Like, she didn't think she was gonna have the mommy wife life, and that's what she got with a superstar husband. But that wasn't how she seen it or what she was looking at. It just panned out that way. That time gone. Ain't nothing nobody could do to fix it but her though. Only she could fix it. And cause you can't get the time back. You can't go back in the past. You can't get the time back. So it's either you gonna make steps to try to fix it and deal with it now, or you just gonna end up living with that resentment forever. That's all it is, man.
Again, nobody wants to. Now, she can do the cooking thing. I think that's fine. I think that's quite entertaining. Will I watch it voluntarily? No. But when a clip came up, I'm like, okay, this is fine. But her getting on a platform, giving her opinion, that was never a skill set. She was not in debate class. She was not in speaking class. Speaking is not her thing. And really, shutting up would have done wonders for her perception as well. Because this doesn't make her look good in front of anyone. Because women are grilling her, guys are grilling her, everybody's grilling her for this. Nobody is looking at this like, because you got to think a lot of chicks, they're like, yo, I'm struggling to make ends meet, even if they're single, right? Like, let's say they don't have kids, they're not married, and they're like, she doesn't even know what.
But see, check this out. See, this the thing though. That's their struggle. That's their life. Like if you got kids and a trash baby daddy, see, that's your life. Ayesha Curry ain't having that life. You know what I'm saying? She's speaking on how she feel and how she seeing her life as a whole. And until you in a person's shoes, however they see their life, it's just going to be how, you know what I'm saying, they see their life. It is what it is, man. That's what it be boiling down to, though. So, you know, she just speaking her truth, if you ask me. I don't think she trying to embarrass Steph. I don't think she trying to embarrass her kids. She just speaking her truth.
What she wants. And this is the exact situation where people will always say, like, this is a lack of gratitude because you're thinking of the grass is always greener. Now, if you're in the dumps, yeah, the grass is most definitely greener if you've got brown grass and people parked on their lawns. It's for sure. But if you've got a decent life, nah, the grass is not always greener. But Ayesha Curry here trying to tell us, dog, most men would give up their career to live a position like Ayesha Curry. Like, they're like, yo, I could just do whatever I want and not have to worry about money. And I can, and like my partner allows me to pursue.
Pause. I don't think most men are trade places with Ayesha Curry to be married to Steph. Pause. But anyway, y'all get the comment section, man. Let me know what y'all think about all this, man. It's your boy Buddha. I'm out.